In this video, I'm going to show you how OnRamp can be used to synchronize employees between ADP and ServiceNow. The same process can be used to synchronize employees between any other systems as well. So the first thing to do is to come here and set up your ADP Workforce Now connection as well as ServiceNow connection. Once these two are set up and they are set up successfully, meaning you can test it and make sure that it comes back as a success, you can go to flows and create a flow that ties them together. So here I have one called Employee Sync, ADP to ServiceNow. Let me open that. And you can see that the source connection here is ADP. Source data is get all workers, which is more of a batch process. And you can have other source data options as well. But in this case, because we are interested in synchronizing all employees, we will do a get all workers. You can specify batching process. For example, if you have a lot of employees, let's say 10,000 employees, then you can split it into batches. Here, because it's a test system, I have only 3 records. I'm batching it and saying just one batch. But you can set it up into multiple batches, and just by a simple configuration, OnRamp is able to split the data into batches when pushing them into ServiceNow. This can be scheduled so that the synchronization is active and maintained regularly. In the target system, I select ServiceNow and I can select other. And when I add it, I can configure this process where this is the API that I'm calling to push these users from ADP into ServiceNow to the sys user table. The way OnRamp works is it gives you full control as to which table you want to load in ServiceNow. So for example, if you do not want to load into sys user and instead you want to load it into a custom table that you have, then you simply change this URL parameter that is pointing to your custom table, and that is how the data can be pushed to a custom table rather than sys user. So this is as simple as just a few steps configuring the synchronization between ADP to ServiceNow. Let's run it quickly. Employee sync. I can come here and run it. Again, you can schedule it to run every hour, every day, but for testing purposes, you can kick it off manually as well. And because I have only 3 records, the flow ran rather quickly. And here, if I come to the flows and the logs, you can see that the flow execution started. It retrieved 3 records. I pushed the data, the target, which is ServiceNow, and then there's a completed message as well. Let's go to ServiceNow. I have a test ServiceNow instance here, and I can see these 3 records. But if I go back and refresh this list, I see those 3 new records that got added as well. So in this way, you can use OnRamp, define connections, define flows, and synchronize either in real time through events or schedule-based mechanism to synchronize data between ADP and any other system.